Hello everyone! GameGoddessFee here! We are back tonight with more Ace Attorney, and I have my boy.
Plumanito.
Alright, so we're going to continue this case tonight, you guys. You wanted to go ahead and finish it off? At least I think that's what we're going to do it. Is it Plum? Okay, Plum says we're finishing it off. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy. Thank you for watching. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I didn't even put my little stuff in the chat like I normally do. Alright, let's go. Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit, Episode 4. A Turnabout Forsaken Letter, a Formal Accusation. Hold on, my screen is frozen right here. Let me... Hey, what's going on? There we go. April 6th, Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Did we say Plum?
Yeah.
Chamber.
The nursing him there.
Who?
The nursing him was there.
Ah, that's right. Silence in the courtroom, please. Miss Funcoma, if you would be so kind as to update us on the progress of the search. It's not good news, I'm afraid. The entire big building has been searched from top to bottom, and no auctioneer's hammer has been found anywhere. That is bad news indeed. Then we have no choice but to move ahead with the verdict.
Such a terrible shame. But I suppose only an idiot would have left a murder weapon behind. It's certainly not what I'd expect from a first-rate criminal mind. No, there's just not enough to work with here. I can't carry us any further on my own. Yes, this really is a tragedy, but such is life, I suppose. I was just thinking back over the defendants I've made plea deals with over the years. People who poured their hearts out to me, who trusted me with every detail of their crimes. And then, when it came to their sentencing, I recommended life in prison every time. For every single one! Oh, if only you could have seen them. The stupid, dumbfounded looks on their faces.
The verdict will now be passed. Our president will accept the goddess's word as law.
There's nothing more I can do. Kay and I are both...
If only we had some proof. I never imagined I would be passing judgment on you under such circumstances.
The end of the road, huh?
By the power vested in me, Accusation winner, this court hereby indicts you for your crimes.
What? Huh? What on earth's gotten into you, Verity?
I submit for the court's consideration the case file of a certain incident, namely the IS-7 incident, a murder that took place 18 years ago.
But what does that file have to do with... Wait, you mean... Your late night visit to this chamber, that was too...
Precisely. I came here to retrieve these documents. Though sadly, it would seem that I arrived too early to catch the auction itself. When we spoke of the matter before, I implied that I had come to retrieve files pertaining to your own case. You'll have to forgive me. There was a ruse to buy myself more time. IS-7 isn't the case file data jotted down in my organizer. So she already had knew, huh? The IS-7 is the case file. Details of a murder case from 18 years ago. Let's read water, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Seems like got beat up.
It sure you do.
What are you doing, Gavel? You can't just accuse my dad!
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can! Without proper grounds, it's deformation!
An excellent observation, Eustace. Oh, I said that wrong. I'm off his dry, y'all. An excellent observation, Eustace.
It is?
And of course, I have the grounds to make such an accusation.
It's over.
I know, right? It's over already before it gets started. Look. And of course, I have the grounds to make such an accusation. 18 years ago, Mr. Manfred Van Karma had some details about the victim's body fabricated.
Details.
He was forced to fabricate when the sculptor Arthur Frost's body went missing.
My papa? Fabricating information? What's the meaning of this?
Bro, this
Should be common knowledge.
Ian Sightman, the detective originally assigned to the case, did in fact report that the body had gone missing. However, it seems that a certain someone was very pleased with Mr. Van Karma and deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs. What?
What?
This individual refuses to allow anyone to go against their wishes or to challenge their power, and they are known to go to extreme lengths in order to bring those who defy them to hell. 18 years ago, they were no different. In fact, they even ordered Dr. Hertz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7 incident.
What? She was responsible for the fake report?
But wait. You have to understand, Grandma, she's not a bad person. She had to do what he said. She didn't have any choice.
He?
The person in question was the chief prosecutor at the time.
The chief prosecutor 18 years ago? No!
The man who gave my papa the first penalty of his career? Excellence? What's his name?
Excelsior. Excelsior? What did you say?
I don't know his name.
Excelsius.
Excelsius winner, it was you.
Objection!
But what are you talking on? Wait. What are you all talking about? My dad would never do something like that. This is bad.
I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here. Well, Chairman Winner, do you have anything to say for yourself?
All that nonsense with the body? That was Manfred's doing. Such a willful boy. And a fake autopsy report? Hilda, how could you? I can't believe you naughty kids would do such dishonest things behind my back!
Hold it!
We could just ask her why she did it. She is standing right over there after all.
Wait, Grandma, she, ouch! Grandma, I'm sorry. I knew, that's why right, exactly. If I didn't, everybody would have found out about what you did. They said he was going to charge you if I didn't help them with their plan. I just had to do what the auctioneer said.
So you were coerced into it, were you, Nurse Needler? Just to be clear, the auctioneer was Chairman Winner.
I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know. The person forcing me to help them was the auctioneer. And they definitely looked to be about the same build as the chairman, but I never saw their face.
Well, there must be something! Any detail, no matter how small, will do.
Oh, wait! Their masks didn't cover their whole face. And the part that wasn't covered had a tattoo on it. I remember that much for sure. Ringleader's appearance data updated in my organizer. Ringleader wore a white jacket, white gloves, a magenta flower, and a mask. Also had a tattoo on the part of their face the mask didn't cover.
A tattoo?
Objection!
This all sounds very dramatic, but I really don't know what you're talking about. There's no tattoo anywhere on my face. I think I know if there was one when you... Which means I can't be the ringleader, no matter how much you might want me to be. I only hope you can figure out who the shameless manipulator might be.
Overruled.
Your contempt for this courtroom is an insult to the goddess.
Are you sure it's not you who's feeling insulted here?
I am not the only one who has been trying to bring you to justice. Miss Ringer had been trying too. And I refuse to let her sacrifice be in vain.
Young Rosie was looking to take me down, you say? But why? I barely knew her. I've always had a certain magnetic charm, but I don't remember ever catching that particular eye.
You barely knew that victim. Why, I do believe that it's a new statement. The goddess demands that you offer your full testimony on the record.
So that's how this is going to go, You mean to hound me until I finally break? Well, if that's the way you want to play it, fine. I'll destroy you all. Every last one of you!
Mr. Edward, please allow me to work with you on this one. I doubt we'll get another chance to put him on the stand. So let's make the most of this opportunity.
Of course, Your Honor. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Now, Chairman Winner, you will tell this court everything you know about Miss Ringer. Everything I know about Miss Ringer.
Young Rosie was a member of the committee, of course. but we never really had any personal interactions. At least none that I remember. I had no motive to murder that poor girl whatsoever. And I have absolutely no idea why she was after me. So you don't mean to accept your part in any of this? Of course he doesn't! He isn't guilty! How could he be? He's my dad, the winner of winners! That's very kind of you, Eustace. But you'll need more than mere words if you plan to cover for me. Right, you got it! I won't let them pin this on you! I believe in you, Dad! You'll beat Edgeworth! I know you will! Yes, Jess. You really are such a sweet, simple child.
He really loves his dad, huh? But that's no excuse for him to ignore his father's crimes. No matter how much he respects him. Regardless of their station in life, all criminals will be made to atone for their sins in time.
This won't be easy on Mr. Winner. But it has to be done. We can't let his father get away with this.
Rebuttal everything I know about Miss Ringer. Young Rosie was a member of the committee, of course.
Hold it!
As a member of the committee, you must at least have been familiar with her face. Sure, but that's about all. I saw her every once in a while.
But we never really had any personal interactions, at least none that I remember.
Hold it!
So you're saying you barely knew the victim at all? That's exactly what I'm saying, my boy. Yes. Why, I never even knew about that burn mark on her hand. You didn't? I mean, what's the point? You get to know someone, but before you know it, they're gone. It's become such a pain to remember things about others. They're here one day and gone the next. Yes, because they dare stand up to you, and you make them disappear. If you could please add your remark about the victim's burn to your testimony, Chairman Winner. Why, I didn't even know about the burn mark on her hand.
Hold it!
You're sure you didn't know about the burn mark? You really don't let up, do you? I'm not in the habit of memorizing who has a score on their hand and who doesn't. But this wasn't just any old score. I'd say it's pretty noticeable, in fact.
Perhaps under normal circumstances, but now that I think about it, Miss Ringer did always wear gloves. Truth be told, I wasn't aware of the burn mark until after the incident myself.
The victim's hands were always... the victim's hands were always covered by a pair of gloves. This makes sense, of course. People can be very self-conscious about such things. I can only sympathize, being something of a sensitive soul myself. I hope you're not too sensitive to append that statement to your testimony. Although I suppose she was always wearing gloves, perhaps it was to hide that burn.
Hold it!
So you remember her always wearing gloves? I mean, it was something of a trademark of hers, yes? Who knew it was to hide a burn mark? I always imagined it was just a fashion statement. Does your little friend there have something to hide under all those bandages, I wonder?
Who, me? No, I don't have anything to hide.
You don't? Not even the stony visage of a cold-blooded murderer?
Objection!
If anyone here is hiding such a thing, it's you! And I'll expose your true face if it's the last thing I do! Oh, ho, 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 ho! You never fail to entertain, my boy! Go ahead and do your worst. So Miss Ringer always wore gloves. That reminds me of something. I should look over all the evidence again. Alright, Mom, let's look over it all again. I can see this.
Do we need to go through this?
No.
Huh?
No. You want me to tell you?
The picture?
No. Okay. That not this statement.
Statement.
Not this one. I said not this one.
Huh?
Not this one.
How many
Alright.
statements we have?
You looking through the evidence?
Huh?
Is you looking through the evidence?
What you, oh,
This one.
statement. This one?
Yes.
And which evidence? I was trying to look for the evidence.
Alright, I'll let you look for it. I'll let you look for it.
Although I suppose she was always wearing gloves. Perhaps it was to hide that burn.
Thanks, Rosie. Now we can shoot all the people.
What's the evidence then?
Something to do with fingerprints.
With who?
Something to do with fingerprints.
With who?
Fingerprints.
Fingerprints.
Yes. Nope.
But, the ladder.
Nope.
But what is it?
I don't think you gotta get it. It's the doll.
The dog?
Yes.
Why is it the dog? Anyway.
Objection!
So, Miss Ringer always wore gloves. If she did, that raises a rather important question and highlights quite a contradiction. A contradiction, you say? Really? Actually, I don't think it had nothing to do with fingerprints. I think I misled you. If we listen again to the conversation that was captured by the stuffed cow, you'll soon see what I mean. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself. I waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge. Ah!
Really?
We can be reasonably certain that what we just heard is the moment the victim was attacked. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. We assume that those words were of the killer. Wait. We assume that those were the words of the killer. And where's the problem in that? It seems like a perfectly... Blah, 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 I can't read. It seems like a perfectly... And where's the problem in that? It seems like a perfectly sensible assumption to me.
Hey, Fishy, how's it going tonight? How you been?
Hello, Fishy. I'm afraid not, Chairman Winner. For you see, if the victim was always wearing gloves as you just testified, then the burn mark on her hand should not have been visible to a killer.
You been sleepy? Yeah, that happens. I can tell you that. Go ahead and get your rest right now. I can tell you that it's well.
Objection!
You speak as if gloves can't be easily removed. She could have taken them off during the auction. That's...
But she hadn't. she was still wearing them when I changed places with her. So they must have been on her hands when she was being murdered too. Does he have water in his glasses? Yes, he does. They're supposed to be tears. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that dude.
What do you think, my dear? You do know how much trouble you're in, don't you?
I'm not scared of you anymore. I have Grandma on my side now. Now it's time for you to pay the piper, winner. Yeah, devil?
I see. So you're both looking to disappear too. That can be arranged. Not this time, Excelsius winner. The only person disappearing will be you.
Objection!
Hey! You can't talk to my dad like that! Who cares if the burn was covered up? Why does that even matter?
Objection!
No, it matters. Because it turns our understanding of the burn mark on its head. What do you mean? What can the fact that the victim's burn mark was covered up possibly tell us?
Mr. Delty is asleep. And he is so cute. I wish I could send you a picture. It's adorable. Though he also has a bit of a goof looking when asleep. Tell Daddy I said hi when he wakes up. Look, Daddy getting all that beauty sleep as well. I see, huh?
I think you accidentally picked the right one. You just clicked one, but I think it's the right one.
It went to the menu.
Yes, it did.
Oops.
Whatever. Also, elbow drop daddy for me. Think about it like this, Mr. Winner. The victim was wearing gloves, therefore the burn mark on her hand would not have been visible. In which case, whose burn mark was it that was being referenced in the recording? Somebody who, wasn't the victim? Precisely, which can only mean that the culprit had a prominent burn mark too. Or to put it another way, I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn mark from me. Those words were spoken not by the murderer, but by the victim. No way!
Objection!
Eustace, my boy, would you mind stepping aside for a sec? Look, Mouse, it's nice to see you having fun with your little flights of fancy, but let's get serious. So the murderer had a burn mark now? Really? Where?
You said, ooh, Felicia. Hope I spelled that right. It's Felicia. Have you played Starview Valley? I did try to play it. I've tried to play it before. I guess it was a little slow
It was a little slow.
for me.
And that Mickey Mouse game, ain't.
Shut up. He's referring to Dreamlight Valley. I played it a lot. But I did give Stardew Valley a chance. I played like the beginning of it and just didn't play it again. That's what you like, Stardew Valley?
Your little theory will either take flight or die depending on your answer here, I'm afraid. He is not messing around. I have to figure out where that burn mark was, and fast.
I wonder where it could have been. All of the auction people were wearing disguises, right?
Yes, and each disguise was different. Yet in spite of that, the burn mark was visible to the victim somehow, which means... Well, shall we? Enlighten us, why don't you? Where was the murderer's burn mark? I assume you have some evidence. Ooh, I think it's over. They think it's time to go home.
It's time to go.
Mm-hmm.
You say it's super fun. I'm actually currently playing it on DST's laptop since I don't have it on Switch, but it's super fun. Sure, a little slow, but it picks up after a while. I had I think they had like a free like what you call them?
Them Switch Online like things where you play free limited
A,
time.
a promo. They had a promo period where you can download the demo or something.
No, I think it's the full game.
It was the full game, yeah, and I had downloaded it, the demo, yeah, and that's when I was playing it.
And she hated it.
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it, and at the time I was still playing Animal Crossing 2, so I couldn't do two of those at the same time. You know, the farming games and things like that.
You was on the right one.
Let me see. Where was the murderous burn marks? I assume you have some evidence. Which one I was on?
It's still Pimp's jacket.
Right here?
Yep.
Take that!
Here is my evidence. The outfit the ringleader was wearing throughout the auction. Or rather, the outfit you were wearing, Chairman Winner. Oh, and what exactly is that supposed to tell us,
I'm glad you enjoy it. How many hours do you play for on there?
Objection!
A suit, white gloves, and a mask. This disguise should have covered almost all of your skin. But according to Nurse Needler's testimony, the auctioneer's mask didn't quite cover your entire face.
They're actually in like a chamber, a judge's chamber.
They in the jailhouse.
And not only that, she claims to have seen a tattoo on the port that was exposed. But was it a tattoo, or did she simply mistake a burn mark for one? A burn mark? On the face?
Objection!
Sorry to interrupt while you were so clearly enjoying yourself, dear boy. But I regret to inform you, but none of the committee members have such a burn. Myself included, of course. But Dad, I mean... Eustace, do you think you can be quiet, please? You can be stupid on your own time later.
You just about to tell.
Well, you may be an annoyance most of the time, Mr. Winner. But on this particular occasion, I'm grateful for your presence. A reaction like that from you, his son, is a good indicator of the truth as I give up. That as good as any. What kind of junk, Andrew? That's not proper grammar.
It's as good as in. Go ahead.
Okay, wait, no, I think that's right. A reaction like that from you, his son, is a good. Forget this. Just give the.
It's as good as indicator of the truth as I could have hoped for.
And it gives me a much-needed confidence boost concerning another theory of mine. Namely, who that one unexplained item belonged to.
What's the matter, Mr. Winner?
I think he might be in shock. After all, he's usually the last to figure things out. But in this case, he seems to have gotten there all too quickly. He knows that his father is indeed the real murderer.
He's sad because he knows the truth. Somebody pushed her. She fell down like to a floor, like
Clumsy.
They pushed her down a flight of stairs, basically. Kay Faraday. So it's better not. It's better not to know the truth at all.
No, Kay. That's what we came here for. It doesn't matter how we get there. The important thing is finding the truth. You yourself told me that once. right when I needed to hear it the most. And now it's time for me to repay the favor and show you the truth of your innocence.
I want to know too the truth of what really happened. And she's suffering from amnesia. So please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you show me?
I very much intend to. You don't know when to give up, do you?
You see, he looks like Calico from Welcome to Demon School, Aruna Kun. What's that song? Huh?
Let me look this up.
Plum looking him up. You talking about the one with the bill bone? At the grand. She talking about Edgeworth.
No.
That's Pluminator's boy right there. Him and Phoenix Wright.
Let me look this up. Let me look
Ace Attorney.
Let me look this up. Oh my god.
He's really looking it up too.
Who is this? Who is this man? Actually, I see it now. I actually kind of see it. No.
Let me see. yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Well, what do that come on at anime? Is it Netflix?
What? Netflix?
Is it well?
Oh,
Look,
what you mean? You mean where to find it?
yeah, where you find it at?
Imagine not
Pirated anime? That's a shame, bro. You sell the 7 C's right quickly.
Crunchyroll. Okay. Maybe Hulu?
Oh
There you
my
go,
god,
Plum.
he has a plushie.
Plushie. Oh no! Well, you gotta give me this plushie.
Oh my goodness, he's looking up everything about this character now. Go ahead, you
I said this.
finish.
I said this already.
Oh.
Where is this burn then? Perhaps you could point it out to me. But you can't, can you? Because it's nowhere to be found. Just like your evidence that I'm the killer. Yeah! Half the contradictions all you like. You won't find any. Because he's my dad! A winner through and through!
Okay then. See you when you get back.
Goodbye, Fishy. I understand, Mr. Winner. I completely understand why you don't want to believe it's true.
See you, Fishy.
But if you ignore the truth now, you'll regret it for as long as you live. Dad! What do I do? I just don't understand it. How could I have raised such an utter buffoon? If you really wish to help your father, Eustace, you can try thinking on your own for once in your life, you useless nitwit!
Why he always talking about his son like that?
But I try all the time, Dad! All I do is try! I went to the school you wanted me to! I aced every test!
Hey, Dave, how's it going? We've been streaming for like 40 minutes, but hey, better late than never. How's your night going?
You came in the middle of some quality sun abuse. Look at my jacket! They only gave these to the valedictorian! I did everything you told me to! I worked like crazy and graduated top of my class!
You working OT tonight as well?
I tried to be just like you and win as many trophies as I could!
Objection.
You really are just a simpering simpleton, aren't you? Those tests you aced? I had the school give you perfect scores on all of them.
Now he's admitting that he paid the school, huh?
Yeah.
He said, "Not tonight. I fell asleep last night. They had to come wake me up to go home." They found you over there in the corner, over there asleep. They said it's time to go home, Dave. Look, probably everybody that left the building left you. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you was tired, Dave. You was tired.
Hey, man, he can't remind you of somebody?
Who? Oh yeah, you do kind of look like him. That one guy that was in that one case.
Kiwo Kana.
Those debate and speech competitions you won? The judges were all friends of mine.
That's all right, Dave. Plum did the same thing one day.
What you talking about?
He fell asleep in class. I had to go get you, did I?
Oh yeah, I did.
I had to pick him up. No kids would even let him know that school was out.
Yes, sir. They didn't let me. The teacher let me too.
They left him in the classroom by himself. Yeah, they took pictures of me asleep. Asked Curtis, they was cracking up. You was out, huh? They like, look at it, look. They probably be throwing stuff at you like they used to throw them. They used to throw like food in people's mouths in school when they used to fall asleep. They probably was had a good time cracking jokes on you, Dave.
If you never even realized that much, there's no hope for you, I'm afraid. None at all. You're no son of mine. Even you must see that. Die! Ah! We should.
Oh man, Dave. That's all right. Tell him you got your beauty sleep though, ain't that right? Oops, I skipped that line for you.
Yep, you did.
Mo, Gun, my own son. They all leave in the end. I mean, even when he was trying, he was failing, and he did it all for me. And then he should have tried harder. You're a disgrace. You don't deserve to be a father, and you certainly don't deserve to be chairman of this committee.
Even if I feel sorry for the boy now, poor Mr. Winner. Explain yourself, Chairman Wendy. Just what do you think your son is to treat him in such a way?
An utterly useless pawn sounds about right. But you're one to talk, Verity. You try to worm your way into my trust by using Eustace too.
I cannot deny it, however. I have never thought of him as a mere pawn. He may not be a naturally gifted prosecutor, but he tries. In some ways, he tries harder than anybody. That's why I have witnessed during my time with him. That's what I have witnessed during my time with him. Yet you would call him useless. How could you?
Objection.
Because he is, Verity, my girl. He is utterly incapable of doing anything I ask of him.
Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment until Excelsius winner.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've been more than ready to do so. Mr. Ringleader had a visible burn mark on their face that night. Then it would follow that Chairman Winner is currently hiding that mark somehow. How exactly was he dressed during the auction? That will be the key to solving this case at last.
Now then, your answer, please. Which piece of evidence will help us to reveal the burn mark on the culprit's face? The mask?
Nope. Mask the mask. He's coming.
That tape or whatever that their recording was.
Nope.
It wasn't.
Go to Nurse Needless statement.
Oh.
Not this one. Read it.
Ringleaders prepared wigs in order to enable their accomplice to disguise herself as Miss Ringer. It's not on their pages. One wig was straight
This is the only page.
and the other wavy. Ringer's hair was straight, so wavy not used.
2 wigs. What happened to the other one?
But they had it on.
What happened to the other wig?
They put it on.
Who put it on?
The ringleader.
So who's the ringleader?
It's probably him.
So who has on the wig right now?
Like Celsius.
We have to snatch his wig off!
You so silly. Welcome back, Fishy. Oh.
Take that!
Recall Nurse Needler's testimony, if you will. There was one thing we never quite resolved. The second wig. The one that wasn't used.
You see, you'll be multitasking, but I'll keep the stream open. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Also, that's a typo right there. What is that? The one that wasn't used? What kind of joke is that?
That one that was the second wig, the one that wasn't used.
Yeah, what kind of joke
I don't
is
know.
that? That's a typo.
I seem to remember it being wavy. What are you two talking about? What are you two talking about?
Nurse Needler apparently found some very interesting items when she went to swap places with the victim.
And what do they have to do with the burn mark?
What she found were 2 wigs. One was intended to make her look more like the victim. But what's the other one for?
I don't suppose it was meant to be a spare.
It doesn't take a huge leap of imagination to see the truth. Compare Chairman Winner's current appearance to that of the ringleader as it was described to us. Stop it! Stop staring at me! One very prominent difference presents itself. His face, or rather, what's around it.
You mean it wasn't a wig after all?
Indeed, not a wig intended to go on top of the head in any case. It was a fake beard all along, wasn't it, Accusation Winner? This? Why, this is all of my own, dear boy. How very unkind of you to suggest otherwise.
Objection!
We saw how your son reacted when he realized the truth, and how he desperately tried to cover for you, even in light of his realization. Yet you still feared that he might expose you. So rather than take that risk, you bullied him until he couldn't take it anymore. Because he knew that your beard hides a prominent burn mark. Chairman Winner, I insist that you remove your beard this instant.
There it is, the burn mark. Mr. Edgeworth, for bringing evil to justice before the eyes of the goddess, you have my thanks.
No, like you. I couldn't have done it without you.
Excelsius Winner, in the name of the goddess, I hereby pronounce my verdict. In the matter of the murder of Miss Rosie Ringer, this court finds you guilty. Or was bro using firepower?
Yo.
You use some firepower and water power. April 6, 9:44 a.m. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber. Mr. Edward, I can't thank you enough. You never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. That was very kind of you.
There's no need to thank me. As a prosecutor. No, as a friend. It was the least I could do.
Mr. Edward, rejoice. I've learned that Chairman Winner has been safely delivered to the detention center. The search for the missing auction hammer continues. However, we are talking about Chairman Winner here, so it's highly likely that it has already been destroyed. In addition, there is one other matter I must inform you of. The chairman made a rather strange statement. According to him, the letters were not part of his plan.
What? How could that be?
He claims that he and Miss Needler found this letter on Miss Ringer's person. And that they then found a second letter on Kay's unconscious body. From their contents, the letter seems for the I know I said it wrong. Anyway, from their contents, the letters seem to ones of correspondence. So he left to the conclusion that they must have been working with each other.
That's quite the conclusion to jump to.
As he read the letters, that's when he came up with the idea to frame Miss Faraday for Miss Ringer's murder. So he decided to place the victims in a very conspicuous place. Namely, in her left chest pocket.
Sounds to me like he's just trying to make excuses for himself.
Yes, I certainly doubt the same. Perhaps it was some sort of last-ditch ploy on his part. But it matters not. He will answer to the goddess now. Anyway, and under his scrutiny, such strategies cannot hope to succeed. He will not escape justice. And with that, one of the duties with which I have been entrusted with is complete at last.
Judge Gavel, before you go, can you tell us what you know about how Chairman Winner came to murder Miss Ringer? There's more there, isn't it?
Yes, and I suppose you have earned the right to the whole truth. Miss Ringer once had a lover, a press photographer. He was investigating the underground auctions as a freelance journalist. But before he could uncover the truth behind the auctions, he was disappeared. All Miss Ringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover. So, seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction. Unfortunately for her, her opponent struck first.
I see. So that's the story behind this case.
While the goddess does not condone acts of wanton vengeance, Miss Ringer's actions have exposed Chairman Winner's crimes at last.
So that was your real goal. You were tasked with exposing Excelsius Winner and the corruption at the heart of the committee.
Does anyone know what happened to Mr. Winner? I am afraid I haven't been able to get in touch with him. Do you have any idea why? Probably because I wasn't there for him just now when he needed me the most. Oh, I really feel bad for him. Well, don't pity him too much. At least he knows the truth now. And no matter how hard it might be, he'll need to learn to accept it. If he can't, he'll never be able to move on with his life. Trust me.
My father's influence isn't easily erased. But in time, he can hopefully try and change his ways.
You're right. You've got to be. Can I change too? I wonder. Can I move on with my life? Are you okay, Kay? How's that head feeling? I'm fine, thank you. I'm so sorry, Kay. You were my patient. I had a responsibility to you, and instead I let them accuse you of ouch. All right, we ain't just in the business of fixing bodies, Missy. The mind's where all it begins. You're right, Grandma. Speaking of which, how's your memory? It's like, with a little more time, maybe I'll be able to remember some more. Please forgive me, but I had better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit. That's Matt Lagarde. What about?
That was the warden in the previous case who killed Bronco. You remember?
Ah, okay.
The Bronco Knight case, huh? Who's the defense attorney? Is it Phoenix?
It was supposed to be Miss Ringer, but as she is no longer with us, we are still in the process of finding her replacement.
Miss Ringer was scheduled to represent Warden Lagarde?
And of course, until we find Eustace, there is nobody to act for the prosecution either. In any case, I must take my leave. Ah, wait! Please! What about Mr. Edgeworth's badge? What's going to happen to it now? With this chairman under arrest, the committee's activities have been suspended for the time being. So to answer your question, it's complicated. It's all up to the goddess now. But
Don't worry about it, Kay. It's a consequence of my own making.
And I assume you do not mean to change your mind?
Of course not. I chose the path of the truth, and I chose it willingly.
With Chairman Winner out of the picture, justice is in the hands of the righteous once more. If you did wish to follow the path of the prosecutor again, Mr. Edgeworth, I would be more than happy to facilitate such a decision.
It's very kind of you to offer, but I can't accept your help at this time. I can't ask for my badge back when I'm not even sure if I want it anymore.
I see. It seems we are destined to continue on different paths then.
Well, I'll trust you'll keep my batch safe until they converge again.
With all I have.
She mad?
In the meantime, I have here a token of the goddess's mercy. You may return this notebook to its rightful owner.
Kay's promise notebook!
It seems it was due to be sold in the auction, and with the name K written on its cover, Chairman Winner made the connection immediately and knew who it belonged to. It was the same name as the ones in the letters. After all,
the letters he claimed to know nothing about? I suppose he insisted he didn't prepare them?
yes, he also had something else to say. Apparently, he thought that Miss Faraday was after her notebook, and that Miss Ringer was after his life, and that their respective goals are what led them to cooperate and infiltrate the auction together.
Unfortunately for him, he misread the situation completely. It was all just happenstance. If Kay had known a defense attorney who was also a member of the committee, there's no way she wouldn't have told me. That just isn't like her.
Haha, your belief is her. Hold on. Your belief in her is touching. Read that. While the notebook did become part of the chairman winner's cover-up scheme, it is also a treasured possession of Miss Faraday's, which is why I would like her to have it back, as I am sure with the goddess.
Thank you.
I pray that it helps her to recover her lost memories.
Get out of here!
Is everything okay?
No. Judge Gravel wanted me to return something important to you.
Isn't that?
This is one of my favorite edits to Ace Attorney right here.
What is that?
He's giving them a class certificate.
Oh my goodness. I always greet people with a smile. Even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Daddy, I wrote them all down, Daddy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all my promises and be a real hero when I grow up, just like you. Oh, wait! I forgot to write one down, the most important promise of all. Promise number 5, always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. I remembered it just how you said it, and now I'll never forget it.
I broke that promise when it came to math class.
Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand? That's right, I have to try. She's having a fit. I'm Kate Faraday, the great thief, who would never, you know.
The great thief who would never.
She say, the great thief who would do anything to get her hands on the truth. Second Yadagarasu and assistant to Mr. Edgeworth.
Hey! Is that really you?
Can't say I'm not a little bit embarrassed, but yeah, I'm back. And I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Edgeworth. You never stopped helping me, even when I was totally lost and couldn't remember anything.
My goodness. You certainly seem to be back.
Okay, so this is the real you, huh? Welcome back. It's so good to know you're better. I can sleep easy now. Now that you found it, don't you dare go losing that memory of yours again, young lady, you hear? Miss Needler, Dr. Hertz, thanks a lot for looking after me. And if you really are better, how about you get out of this hospital clothes? Oh yeah, I washed all your clothes for you here. I thought, Gumshoe had her clothes in the lab. Anyway.
I thought they were with Detective Gumshoe. Yeah.
He handed them over to us after they came back from forensics.
And did he happen to mention if forensics found anything of note?
I didn't ask. Anyway, never mind that now. Put them on, Kay. I want to see.
Wait, what about her bandages? Surely it's too soon to remove them.
Oh, it's probably fine. She may have taken a big old bump to the head, but she wasn't really hurt otherwise.
But then, why all the bandages in the first place?
Prevention is better than a cure. A stitch in time saves 9. Those are just a few of my mottos.
Both of which sound like painfully annoying practices for your patients.
She said, I'm sorry, but I got to go to sleep. It's only 8:30, but I'm so sleepy. Despite how I've been sleeping all day. Well, you have a good night's rest, Fishy, and thank you for tuning in. I will talk to you later. Good night. Okay, Kate. Transformation time. Thank you. Thank you, Fishy. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. Fits like a stolen glove. My voice is gone, y'all. The smile suits you better, too. As it always did. Well, she giving somebody a compliment? Thanks to you, too, Miss Von Karma. I'm so glad you showed up when you did. I simply came when Scruffy asked me to. I'm sure he'll be very happy to see that you're back to your old self, too. Speaking of Gummy, where is he? Who knows? Perhaps the well of his devotion ran dry when a certain someone threw away his badge.
Detective Gumshoe.
Anyway, I have to be going, and I'll be taking those two with me. Wait, what's going to happen to them? Acting as an accomplice in a murder and forged an autopsy report 18 years ago? Their crimes can't be allowed to go unpunished. But the fact that Accusation Winner coerced them into cooperating will, of course, be taken into account. Now, don't worry about us, Kay. As long as Grandma and me are together, we'll be all right. Take care of Kay Faraday until we meet again.
So, Kay, I know you only just got your memory back, but I need to ask you some questions.
Sure, ask away.
What happened the day you lost your memory? What were you doing?
Let's see, somebody asked me to meet them at Gourd Lake. But I didn't know who it was. So there I was, just looking up at the moon when somebody in a red raincoat started walking up toward me. They must have drugged me somehow, because that's when I fell unconscious.
What? I'm not sure I follow. Kay was at Gourd Lake, looking up at the moon?
Anyway, when I came to, I was on the roof of this building. I was in a daze and stumbling around up there when I saw the person in the red raincoat again, but they were lying on the ground. I was so surprised, I stumbled backwards. And then I was falling and everything went dark. When I came to the second time, I couldn't remember anything. The person in the red raincoat, who in the world were they? I'm sure they were walking in midair. Oh, thinking about it's making my head hurt.
Just breathe, Kay. You only just got your memory back. You're still confused. I imagine the root cause of your confusion is your memories of two different locations.
You fall down the hatch.
No, it's actually your memories of the two different locations.
The memories of two different locations?
Yeah.
I imagine things are all mixed up in your mind because you were at Gourd Lake 1 minute and then at the top of the big building the next. Because you saw the moon in both locations, your mind blended your memories of the two together.
Huh? But those are two totally different places. I know I was pretty out of it, but I don't think I could have gotten them confused that easily.
I believe these things on the roof may have made you more likely to become confused. I forgot. Is the moon or the
moon or the tree?
Well, probably the trees.
Think it's the moon or the tree?
Let's go, tree. I mean, we ain't gonna lose the case in the fight. We have to come back and arrest Kay. There are two key similarities between the scene down by Gourd Lake and here on the top of the big building. Cherry blossoms and food stands.
Wait, you're right.
No similarities are what caused your memories of both places to overlap. The person in the red raincoat wasn't walking in midair. They were walking towards you from across the park. But in your blurry memories, that same sight played out over the viewing platform instead.
No way. Who steals a great thief's memories, huh? That's just cheating.
Even still, that doesn't answer the question of who attacked Kay in the park. Was it the person in the red raincoat she saw? Do you hear that?
It sounds like it's coming from up in the storeroom. Come on, let's go take a look. Well, howee! I smell another scoop in the offing.
You're still here? What is she still doing here, bro? Go home.
April 6, 9:53 a.m. 51st floor. Storeroom. It's coming from this little gadget here, Mr. Edgeworth.
This transceiver. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
It's still going.
But I'm no good with technology. Gumshoe, where are you?
Come on, you have to pick it up. Fine, I'll do it. Hey, this is Edward.
Hey, you could refrain from answering strange calls for me. I forgot his voice so hard. Mr. Edgeworth, I presume. No, that's not it. Mr. Edgeworth, I presume. I know that voice! Shelly the Killer! Congratulations on another case solved. Yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? I'm sure you've noticed by now that there was a mastermind at work orchestrating the entire incident. How do you even know about this case? That's not what's important right now. Let's focus on this certain individual for the time being, shall we? I have indeed been wondering myself if somebody else could have been involved. If not, how are we to explain the piece of evidence that proved so detrimental to Kay's case?
No way, an evil mastermind? But who?
Who indeed? Perhaps you could share your thoughts. What is the evidence in question that points to somebody else's involvement?
The mask.
No. The letters. You think Kay will be talking about some, we can get our revenge together? Yeah.
Take that!
Wait. The letter Kay supposedly wrote to the victim.
Yeah, I don't remember ever writing that.
So who did? Who would prepare such a thing? I know I'm not the only one who would like to know. And how do we know it wasn't you? Now why would I do a thing like that? I believe the truth can only fully come to light in a court of law. But since you've had your badge revoked, that is no longer an option. So how would it all end? I, for one, will be watching from the sidelines with interest. He even knows about my badge? No, and one last thing. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Now, I bid you farewell.
What did he mean by the case hasn't been fully resolved? And why is he so interested in us anyway? Ugh, everything's just one giant ball of mysteries.
It seems we've only scratched the surface of this case. But even without my badge, I'm going to carry on doing what I can. However this ends, one thing's for certain. Come what may, I will expose the truth! The end. Well,
Well, they got the Excelsior.
It's like his dad in prison. I like this case more than after I replayed it.
You see, you like the case?
Yeah, I like
it
it
more actually. At
first,
first,
I really liked it
because I thought like, okay, let's get to the final case, because that's when the stuff go down. But after I replayed, it's pretty good.
Is there another case afterwards?
Well, what do you mean? Is there another case after? You think that's how they go end it?
I'm saying, like, is it another? How many more cases?
Oh, this is the last case.
Huh?
This is the last case. The next case, I mean, it's the last case.
Oh, the next case is the
Yeah.
last case. Gotcha. Well,
How you like it?
I enjoyed it
It
actually.
was bad.
I enjoyed the case.
You hated it.
No, it was a good case.
You hated it so much.
How y'all enjoyed it? It was good. Had a lot of twists and turns.
Also, I didn't really care about K that much, so.
Yeah, that's me.
You don't care about Kay.
No.
What's wrong with Kay?
just
She's
beat-
not Pearls,
she's
huh?
beat
He
Maya.
love his Pearls
beat
and Maya.
Fire and beat Pearl. That's all
But
she
this is
did.
Edgeworth.
No.
They're with Phoenix. Anyway, I appreciate you all for watching. Yeah. I guess I'll go ahead and turn in. Well, I'm not going to turn in. Hey, if y'all on Twitch, I might be on the Twitch later in a few minutes. Fishy and Dave, thank you all for chatting. All right, everyone else that's watching, I appreciate you all for watching. And yeah, if you're watching, you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'd appreciate you go ahead and subscribe. Also, if you don't mind hitting that like button for me. And I will talk to you all on the next one. You all take care.